Hey there, one of our missions here with Monster Vision is to try to help as many other independent artists get all the exposure they can possibly get to get further down the path with them. This week on our Artist Spotlight, we have a very special person coming to you. You're probably used to seeing a lot of mask artists, but we are opening this up to a whole bunch of stuff, and we've got something very, very interesting here. So I'm going to introduce Ms. Debbie Como of Sacramento, California. You're basically a neighbor of mine, and you are the owner of Children of Boggy Hollow. Hello, Debbie. How you doing today?
Hi, how are you?
I am doing great. So, welcome to the show. And you know what? Start off a little bit. Tell us just a little bit about yourself.
I've been doing dolls for about 12 years. Started, way back. My daughter wanted a doll, so I started there. I've been an artist in many medias for as far as I can remember, but painting dolls seems to be the favorite.
Cool. So how exactly did you first get started into painting dolls? Like, what was the idea that came across your mind, or tell us how that began?
Well, my daughter saw some dolls that started way back about 12 years ago. They were advertised. They were kind of expensive. I couldn't afford it. I said, I'll make you one. That's where it started.
Oh, okay. Now, so you've always been artistic, but when it came to this, was this something that was kind of a skill you'd already learned, or did you kind of have to learn this kind of new?
Oh, it's totally trial and error.
Okay.
Totally self-taught.
Wow.
I'm one of the few artists that make the dolls and work with acrylic paints.
Oh.
Many artists use the heat set paints.
Okay.
And you won't find many acrylic artists on the reborn dolls.
Now,
I'm one of the few.
Now, why is that? What's the difference between the two?
The way the paint behaves. Mm-hmm. The heat set paint, they bake it into the vinyl.
Okay.
I learned through my own trial and error how to stain the vinyl with the acrylic paint and still make it appear airbrushed, blotchy, veiny. So it took a little trial, but I got through it.
Wow. Okay. And what type of tools do you use? Airbrush on these at all? Are these all hand painted? Describe that process.
Oh no, they're completely hand painted.
Oh.
Everything, and I use for my shadowing. I use everything from makeup to pastels, just to create the shadow effects around the eyes, and I hand paint the eyes as well. Interesting.
Okay. So now, how long have you been doing dolls now?
Dolls, about 12 years.
Wow, okay.
But I've been an artist all my life.
Yeah.
So
now, in that 12 years, if you were to guesstimate, approximately how many dolls would you say you've made?
Oh, God, at least 300-400.
Wow, okay. Mm-hmm. And I know when we talked before, you mentioned that these actually ship out all over the world, right?
All over the world. I've got an order going to New Zealand. I've done Denmark, Netherlands, England, Scotland.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have a wide fan base.
Now, is this like your full-time thing, or is this a side hustle? Where are you at with this?
Oh, no, this is my full-time thing. I'm a retired dog groomer, so got to keep on going. So nice. I picked up the brush again and, just made this the full-time thing. I don't only do dolls.
Uh-huh.
I do many other things, too. I do canvas paintings, and I also do, I don't know if you can see back there, like I do Audrey, the plants, and I do small things like these, zombie toothbrushes.
Oh, nice.
I do little things, Christmas ornaments, but the dolls, that's the staple.
Cool. So tell us about your daily routine. How much time do you spend every day in the studio working on this?
I open my eyes, I take a sip of coffee, and I can keep going until 11, 12 o'clock at night. It's what I call artist brain.
Yeah.
You're either at it for an hour and walk away from it, or you're at it 12 hours and you don't even realize 12 hours have gone.
That is true. So, I do the same thing when I'm in the studio, too. I forget all about time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So now let me ask you, with this venture, are you kind of where you want to be, or is there somewhere else you'd like to see yourself, maybe say 5 years from now?
I'd like to see the dolls more mainstream. I don't know if I want to see them copied and mass produced, but I would definitely like to have them in movies. That's my goal.
Okay.
I'd like to have, a movie say, hey, we need to use we need some horror babies. What do you got for us?
There you go. Well, that being said, Oh, yeah, absolutely. That being said, about it being in movies, we've got really grainy footage here, but we're going to go ahead and run a montage so you all at home watching this can see how amazing these things are. So let's go ahead and run that montage. All right, so there you go. That is some really creepy babies and some amazing stuff that's in there. We're going to bring a graphic up right here that has Debbie's info of how you can contact her. If you saw anything in that you liked, I don't know if that stuff is available now, but definitely want to go to the links here and check out what she does currently have. So, Debbie, I love them. I think they are absolutely awesome. And I'll be honest with you, I could see these being sold on store shelves in, the little boxes with the plastic and on display and like collector's items. I think that you should. Yeah. I think you should probably seek funding to try to turn this into a mass-produced thing. These are amazing. They're beautiful. So
thank you. I would like that.
Now, with that being said, hopefully we're inspiring a lot of other artists out there. Someone who decides they want to give this a try, what would be one piece of advice you'd give someone that's just trying it out?
Never give up. Never let anybody sway you. Do not be afraid to ask questions. You will always find somebody who will help you, because that's what it's all about. You have to support one another in the artist field. Be willing to learn, be willing to teach, but never stop.
Absolutely. That is the best advice, because if you want it bad enough, you'll keep on going and nothing will stop you.
Right.
Well, hey, we're going to wrap this up, but is there anyone out there that might be watching or anybody that you want to give a shout out to or anything? Go ahead.
Well, first off, number one, I thank my husband. He has to live in the house with these things. They scare him. He just walks past them. I want to thank Adam Copeland. I want to thank I have a wide fan base. I love you all. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So I want to shout out to my best friend, Sarah Ann. She was always in back of me, helping me. Names, I'm not good, so I'll forget a bunch of names, but y'all know who you are. My mom, she doesn't understand it, but my sisters, they don't understand it, but they push me.
Yep.
Just thank you to the fans. Thank you for everybody who's believed in me. And thank you for everybody who's allowed me to be at their shows. And thank you to you for letting me be on yours.
Well, actually, I want to thank you for bringing you to my attention. You found me because of the local Sacramento Good Day Sacramento. And I think it's really great because I've been able to reach out to another artist. And again, this whole program is about artists supporting artists. So thank you for taking the time to share what you do with our viewers. Maybe we should
do some of your masks on the dolls, or maybe one of my dolls on your masks.
Hey, there you go. So, yeah, we can always do something. Well, there you have it, folks. That is Debbie Como. Again, we're going to bring up the links right here, so you make sure you take this information. It's also going to be in the description of tonight's episode, so look her up. Give her some love. Share some of her stuff. We're all about helping each other out. So, and also, if you are an artist and you'd like to be featured this way too, reach out to me and let me know, because we're always looking for artists, and it doesn't have to just be mask makers. As you can see, anything that's kind of creepy, even magicians that do kind of edgy tricks, performance artists, whatever. So, that being said, let's get back to the regular show.